The tennis world loves a good redemption story. And this one has been 2 years in the making. 2 years since Elena Gabriela Ruse broke Alexandra Eala's heart at the U.S. Open qualifiers, denying the Filipina her dream of a Grand Slam main draw debut. 2 years since the tears flowed as Eala signed autographs for fans who told her, "It's okay, Alex. We love you, Alex. Thank you, Alex." 2 years since that devastating 3-6, 6-1, 6-4 loss that sent her home heartbroken. But champions are not defined by their defeats. They are defined by how they rise from them. And Alexandra Eala has risen higher than anyone could have imagined. She is no longer a teenager fighting for a qualifying spot. She is world number 20. She is a WTA champion. She is a Grand Slam fourth-rounder. She is the 17th seed at the Cincinnati Open. And Elena Gabriela Ruse is standing across the net once again. This is revenge time. This is redemption. This is the moment Alexandra Eala has been waiting for. Welcome to RallyVerse. The date was August 22nd, 2024. The place was Flushing Meadows, New York. A 19-year-old Filipina named Alexandra Eala stood just one match away from history. One match away from becoming the first Filipino player to reach the main draw of a Grand Slam. One match away from a dream that had consumed her life since she first picked up a racket at the age of 4. The crowd was packed. The Filipino flags were waving. The energy was electric. Eala had already defeated 2 opponents to reach the final qualifying round of the U.S. Open. She was on fire. She was confident. She was ready. And then she met Elena Gabriela Ruse. The Romanian veteran, 7 years older and far more experienced, took the court with ice in her veins. The match was a roller coaster. Eala won the first set 6-3. She was cruising. She was in control. The dream was within reach. And then it all fell apart. Eala lost the second set 1-6. She lost the third set 4-6. The physical discomfort that had been nagging at her finally became too much to ignore. She called for the physiotherapist. She tried to fight through it. But it wasn't enough. Ruse had stolen the victory. And Eala's dream was shattered. The tears flowed as she signed autographs for fans who told her, "It's okay, Alex. We love you, Alex. Thank you, Alex." Her uncle, former PBA Commissioner Nali Eala, later said, "Alex Eala battled, clawed and fought. She was right there in the match. Clearly, she has vastly improved, displaying more power and variety in her shots. Just fell a bit short. It's also clear that the competition at this level is so high. Still proud of you, Alex." It was the kind of heartbreak that could have crushed a lesser athlete. It was the kind of defeat that could have derailed a career. But Alexandra Eala is not a lesser athlete. She is a champion, and champions use their defeats as fuel. In the 2 years since that heartbreaking loss to Ruse, Alexandra Eala has undergone a transformation that has stunned the tennis world. She has climbed from number 153 in the world to number 20. She has won her first WTA Tour title. She has beaten the best players in the world. She has reached the 4th round of a Grand Slam. She has become a global phenomenon. The journey has been nothing short of remarkable. After the U.S. Open qualifying loss, Eala did not wallow in self-pity. She did not let the heartbreak define her. She went back to work. She kept training. She kept improving. She kept climbing. In 2025, she continued to make steady progress. She earned more ranking points. She gained more experience. She got stronger. She got faster. She got better. In 2026, the real breakthrough came. Eala produced her best Grand Slam result at Wimbledon in July, reaching the 4th round for the first time in her career. She stunned the tennis world by defeating defending champion Iga Swiatek 7-6, 6-2. She became the first Filipino player to reach the round of 16 at the All England Club. Then came the Mubadala DC Open in Washington. Eala was unseeded. She was facing a stacked field. She defeated defending champion Leylah Fernandez. She defeated Naomi Osaka. She defeated Alina Svitolina. And in the final, she defeated world number 3 Jessica Pegula for 6, 6-4, 6-0. It was her first WTA Tour title. She became the first Filipino and the first Southeast Asian to win a WTA Tour-level singles title. The victory propelled her to a career-high ranking of world number 20. Then came the Canadian Open in Toronto. Eala extended her winning streak to 7 matches. She dismantled American Alicia Parks in a revenge match. She defeated Katie McNally in a grueling 3-set battle. The tournament had to move her matches to center court because of the ticket demand. Her run ended against Belinda Bencic in the round of 16. But the damage had been done. Eala had proven that she was not a flash in the pan. She was a legitimate force on the WTA Tour. And now, she had a chance for revenge against the player who had denied her a Grand Slam debut. The match against Ruse is not just another match. It is part of a larger narrative that has defined Eala's 2026 season. She has been on a revenge tour against the players who once beat her. And she has been winning. According to reports, Eala has beaten each of her last 7 opponents who previously defeated her. She has topped Mexico's Renata Zarazua, Australia's Maya Joint, Poland's Iga Swiatek, China's Zheng Qinwen, Canada's Leylah Fernandez, and USA's Jessica Pegula and Alicia Parks. The pattern is clear. When Eala loses to a player, she takes it personally. She studies the loss. She learns from it. And she comes back stronger. She has already proven that she can get revenge against some of the best players in the world. She beat Iga Swiatek at Wimbledon after losing to her in the Miami Open semifinals. She beat Jessica Pegula at the DC Open after losing to her in the Italian Open. She beat Zheng Qinwen at the DC Open after losing to her at the Adelaide International. The list goes on. And now, Ruse is next on the list. The 2 years since their last meeting have been transformative for Eala. She has more experience. She has more confidence. She has a better serve. She has a stronger mental game. She is a completely different player. The numbers tell the story. In 2024, Eala was ranked number 153 and Ruse was number 122. In 2026, Eala is number 20 and Ruse is number 74. The gap has widened significantly, and Eala is the one who has done the climbing. The Cincinnati Open will be the stage for her latest revenge mission. The Lindner Family Tennis Center will be packed with Filipino fans. The pressure will be immense. But Eala has handled pressure before. She has handled it at Wimbledon. She has handled it in Washington. She has handled it in Toronto. And she is ready for Cincinnati. As she said about her first round bye, of course each city and crowd bring different energy. But when you're on the court and you know what you have to do, nothing changes much. The stakes could not be higher for Eala in Cincinnati. She is the number 17 seed, her highest seeding in a WTA 1000 event. She earned a first-round bye, a privilege accorded to the top 32 players. Her first match is against Ruse, the number 74 ranked Romanian. Ruse arranged the rematch after breezing past Magda Linette of Poland 6-0, 6-3 in the opening round of 128. If Eala wins, she will advance to the round of 32, where she could face world number 10 Amanda Anisimova for the first time. If she wins that, she could face reigning Wimbledon champion and 6th seed Linda Noskova, a player who has beaten Eala twice in 2026, 6-2, 6-0 at Indian Wells, and 6-2, 6-4 in the Berlin Open semifinals. A deep run could lead to a quarterfinal against world number 3 Jessica Pegula, the player she beat in the DC Open final. Beyond that, the draw is stacked with some of the best players in the world, including Iga Swiatek and Elena Rybakina. But Eala is not afraid of the competition. She has a 9-4 record against top 10 players. She has beaten the world's best. And she is playing some of the best tennis of her career. She enters the tournament with a 7-1 record on the North American hardcourt swing. She has already won a title and reached the round of 16 of a WTA 1000 event. She is the busiest player on the WTA Tour, having played more matches than anyone else this season. Cincinnati is her final major tune-up before the U.S. Open, which begins on August 30th in New York. The U.S. Open is where Eala suffered that heartbreaking loss to Ruse 2 years ago, and now she has a chance to exorcise those demons before returning to Flushing Meadows. For Eala, the Cincinnati Open is not just another tournament. It is a test. It is a statement. It is a chance to prove that she is ready to compete for the biggest titles in the sport. It is a chance to remind everyone that champions are forged in moments like these. What happens in Cincinnati could define Eala's entire U.S. Open campaign. She is defending second-round points at Flushing Meadows. But with her current form, she could do so much more. A deep run in Cincinnati would give her the confidence and momentum she needs to make a serious run at the Grand Slam title. Billie Jean King, the tennis legend, has already predicted that Eala will become a Grand Slam champion. Chris Evert has praised her talent and resilience. Martina Navratilova has called her crafty and a good lefty. The legends are watching. The world is watching. And Alexandra Eala is ready to deliver. The revenge against Ruse is more than just a match. It is a symbol of how far she has come. It is a testament to her resilience. It is a reminder that champions are not defined by their defeats, but by how they rise from them. Eala rose from that defeat. She climbed higher than anyone thought possible. And now she is back to settle the score. 2 years ago, she stood on the brink of history and fell short. 2 years later, she stands on the brink again. But this time, she is stronger, faster, and more determined than ever. The cracked courts of Quezon City seem like a lifetime away. The 13-year-old girl who left home to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy seems like a distant memory. The teenager who cried after losing to Ruse seems like a different person. Alexandra Eala has arrived. She is no longer the underdog. She is the favorite. She is the champion. And she is coming for revenge.